So I haven't posted anything in a while on the helicopter game / hecklezone. Just about done making some afterthought finishing touches on it. Mostly internal stuff. Things, but give you ideas of measurements here. From bottom to top, it's 4 feet tall, about 20.5 inches by 20.5 inches. So it's got a little bit of size to it. And of course, joystick control, fire button. I gotta print out some proper labels here. These are just handwritten labels in there. Low fuel. And of course, coin unit. Got my brass nameplate put on there. I don't know how well you can see that. Looks good in person, not so good on the camera lens. But it's brass, copper plated to give it a two-tone look. That's just 3D printed, painted in a silver kind of chrome looking paint, but it's okay. And the marquee sign does light up, the score wheels, game over light, speaker. Originally the glass marquee was going to continue all the ways over, and I was just going to cut a hole in the glass, but I decided just to go this route, and I may still change this all out for something just like this across the whole way, but I don't know. And of course, side artwork, little explosions in the sky, a helicopter, some vehicles. Depending on what kind of movies you're into, you probably recognize the vehicles. And of course, the inner workings. Wiring harness that goes to the back unit that holds the drum mat, the playfield. You'll see that in a bit. Let's turn some lights on. So, rotary control unit. Rotary control unit, bunch of relays. There's 3 timer relays that handle different things. Little MP3 soundboard, SD card, and these little modules. Light sensor relays, which goes to the wiring harness here, which now I know why I heard the relay clicking. So right now it's automatically checking to see if it needed to reset the wheels. And of course a whole nother bank of relays that has to do with part of the motion up there, plus commands that come from down here. So on the playfield, underneath the play mat, there's these little light sensors, and that's what goes to these relays here, and you can adjust their sensitivity, and those will get hooked up to these little cups here that go underneath the playfield. And light sensor goes in the middle. There's a red ring here that stays on, that lines up with the target that you're shooting at. And of course I got a whole bank of these I gotta install. So, and the playfield mat is about 7.5 feet long, wraps around basically a giant treadmill. But to the inner workings, the light sensors, and there's 3 banks of these. I only needed 2, so I got more installed than I needed. So I'll probably tear some of these out. Probably take these ones out so I can reuse them on another project. But the soundboard, MP3 or WAV files, really easy to work with. I get them off of Air Express direct from China. There's a handful of these you can find like on eBay, Amazon, But if you don't mind waiting 3 weeks to a month to get something through Air Express, huge savings. Fuse block, power distribution, power supply, limit switches for the carriage here for the helicopter. I'll show that here in a bit. But if you've seen any of my other videos, then the rotary control unit here looks familiar. Just handles a sequence of events every time it rotates, lands on one of these orange spots here, where if it's removed or not. Like here, you can see this one's removed, so that tells the switch to do one thing. These ones here have to do with sound. This block here has to do with the light sensors, and depending on where I have these yellow wires landed will determine if it's score wheel 1, 2, or 3, which determines the point value. So if it's 1 point, 10 points, or 100 points. The timer relays, there's one that handles the overall timing. This one has to do with the fuel switch you saw, so about every, I don't know, 25, 30 seconds roughly, it lights up the switch, and if you don't hit that, then your helicopter runs out of fuel, game over. So you have to remember to press that. Keep pressing that, in theory the game will just go on forever. So, little option there. Somebody gets bored with it, well, it'll just time out and reset, wait for somebody new. Let me see if I can show you the helicopter moving. Okay, so push the coin unit, starts it up. Normally you would see the playfield map in there rotating, but right now I'm just showing you all the stuff with the helicopter. And then I don't know how well you can see the lights. You can see it reflecting off the field. So since it's a light sensitive base game, oh, there's the fuel. A light sensitive game, so you just gotta get the helicopter over the lit up red targets and it'll recognize it. So, and of course every time you get a hit, the score wheel will advance depending on what you got. So, fuel light, going to ignore that. Do apologize for any of the messes you see around here. And of course, it knows to automatically reset the score wheel, where if there's a score on there or not. It's just kind of a built-in thing. Yeah. So, then of course, you know, game over and all that. So I'll do another video showing the playfield map in there and all that. So stay tuned for another one. If somebody wants to know something more about it, do say so in the comments and I will try to get back to it depending on when the comment is. Eventually this will get put away in a crate and temporarily stored until, oh, there's an event it's going to in September. There's another event probably in February, another event in April, and maybe some other stuff depending on what comes up. So if it's available, I'll try to do some kind of quick video on somebody's question. If not, maybe next time.